The greatest pleasure of being a motoring journalist is that every morning there's something new parked in your driveway, a new car or a new bike. And on those rare occasions that there isn't something new, there's always the fleet of long-term vehicles to keep you interested, like those two SUVs that you see behind me. But right now, pride of place in the garage is occupied by this gorgeous new C-Class. This is my daily driver, whether to commute to work, to head to Mumbai for meetings, or even to go out on holidays. How can you not smile when this is the car that takes you to work? Welcome to my commute, which to be honest is not much of a commute. I live 10 minutes away from the office, and Pune, the traffic is actually very sensible. It's not very unruly like other cities. Of course, we have bikers who are a little mental, especially those that don't wear helmets and they come at you from the opposite way. But otherwise, traffic is manageable. It's not like Bombay that I lived over there for a couple of months and the traffic was insane over there. And Delhi is on another league altogether. Now about the C-Class. First thing, it's very, very comfortable and these interiors are just fantastic. I ran an E-Class as a long-term a couple of months back, and that was the V6 diesel, which was a beautiful engine. But the interiors of the C-Class are on a different league altogether. And this one is fully loaded. It's one of the first edition cars, so it's got the Burmester sound system, which sounds really fantastic. In fact, the only downside to this is that because there's a lot more aluminum in the construction of the car, it is a little lighter and more of the road noise comes into the cabin. But otherwise, it's really hard to fault this car. One of the quirks of my commute is this BRT lane, which was created over a year ago but hasn't yet been operationalized. Basically, nobody thought this through, so the nice wide Nagar road has been screwed up, and this BRT lane is now used for parking, loitering, and whenever there are no barricades, I use this to beat the congestion at the next traffic signal. And all the buses that are supposed to actually use the BRT lane, they are there on the open lane. It's just very, very weird. Luckily for me though, there are only two major traffic intersections on my commute, so this is perfectly manageable. I'm lucky to have this job really, where you get test cars to use for extended periods of time. It is really the best job in the world. And in 15 minutes, I am in office. I love Pune. What a lovely car. How can you not love something like this? But today, we have a very busy day in the office. Today we have something a little more powerful, a little bluer, and a little bit more noisy. This is the Mercedes-AMG C63S, and let's not waste any more time and head straight to our favorite driving road outside of Pune. Alright then, no diesel engine. That diesel engine makes 181 bhp, which is pretty good. But here we have a 4-liter V8 with 2 turbochargers. Boy oh boy, does it move. This car is hugely quick. Hugely quick. It uses the new platform of the C-Class, which is lighter. There's extensive use of aluminum. The steering is more responsive, there's a lot more grip, and it just fires away. The steering, it's just fantastic. There's so much of feel. It's a great Alcantara wrap steering, so it grips you well. It's almost like you're wearing race gloves, and you feel like you're in a race car. This is a C-Class. It's got 4 doors, 4 seats, a sizable boot. Yet, when you throw it around, it's like as if the road becomes your private racetrack. Whoa! The figures, 503 horsepower, 700 Newton meters, 3.9 seconds 0 to 100 kmph, and 250 kmph a limited top speed. So what's different in the interiors? Well, this is the C-Class interior. Even my C-Class has Burmester audio, but here you don't need to switch on the audio. You just take in the audio coming from the exhaust, from the engine. You get more carbon fiber on the center console. You get an IWC clock, which looks really nice, really fancy, really expensive. You get this AMG lettering here and a fat, flat-bottom steering wheel. You also get big paddles, so it encourages you to use that 7-speed gearbox even more. So the way to drive it is you use this agility control, you stick it in Sport Plus mode. So in Sport Plus, and then you soften the dampers. You press this once, and the dampers are in comfort mode. So now the ride is comfortable. Otherwise in Sport Plus mode, it is a little too stiff, a little too jarring. Here, the dampers, they absorb these bumpy roads, but the engine, the transmission, the throttle response, it's all on max attack. And the exhaust, those pops and bangs. I'll keep quiet for a minute and just let you revel in this exhaust note. What do you think now? The C63S AMG is almost 3 times the price of the normal diesel C-Class. Is it 3 times better? I should think so. Oh my God.